So you'll need your Super Kids Club book, and we're going to open it up to page 18 and 19. We're not going to do page 18, but it's important to know what the kids are doing on page 18. They have cleaned up the bus, gotten rid of all of the bugs and the plants and the dust, but now they want to decorate the outside of the bus. And so they're going to, they're thinking of ways that they can paint it to make it look really cool. So if we look at the imagine bubbles or the thought bubbles above Fritz and Oswald, we see they want to paint it blue with clouds. And Tak and Cass are thinking red. Hot Rod and Lily are thinking stripes. Doc and Icky are thinking stars and planets, kind of like space. Tack and Alf are thinking flowers. And Sal, Tick, and Edabetta are thinking a rainbow. So next we're going to read the story to see how they're going to go about painting and decorating this bus. The story is called Let's Get Set. And in this story, there will be little pictures instead of words. Do you remember looking at these in other stories at school? So instead of reading the word or chopping the letters, we're just going to say what we see in these spaces. So we see Icky, Edabetta, Sal, and Doc, and it looks like they have some paint cans. So let's start reading. Icky lifts off the lids of the paint cans. Edabetta has the red. Sal has the blue. Doc has the yellow. Now let's see what they do with those colors. Edabetta adds the red. So there she is pouring it into a bucket. Doc adds the yellow. And Doc is pouring in yellow. Now from your art class, you might already know what color would you get if you mixed red and yellow? You would get orange. Fritz gets orange. So it looks like they're pouring it into a bucket for Fritz. Wow, they just made a new color. Let's see what the next group of kids is doing. I see Sal, Doc, Cass. Sal adds the blue. Doc adds the yellow. From art class, you might know what happens when you mix blue and yellow. Cass gets green. Let's look at the next page where we see Edabetta, Lily, and Sal. Edabetta adds lots of red. So there she's pouring in lots of red. Sal adds a bit of blue. If Sal's only adding a bit, does that mean lots like Edabetta or not as much? Yeah, he's only adding a little bit of blue and a lot of red. And I wonder what color they're going to get. It is still red. So nothing happened. Sal adds the rest of the blue. So Sal must have decided we need some more blue into that bucket. At last, it is purple. All right, here's the last page of our story. A bit of red fell. Where did it fall? Oh, onto the ground. A glob of yellow fell. A blob of blue fell. And what's happening to all of these colors? They're running together. What are they getting? It is brown. Brown is best. So that's the story of how the Super Kids got all of their paint set and ready to go in order to paint the bus. So on the next page, we're going to see all of the Super Kids and lots of sentences and lots of colors. And we're going to use these sentences to help us figure out what color each Super Kid has. And then we're going to color their bucket that color. So the first sentence says, Etta Betta has red. So what color do we need to color Etta Betta's paint bucket? Red. So you can use your crayons and color her bucket red. All right, let's move to the next one. Doc has yellow. So we're going to color her paint bucket yellow. I think we're moving to Fritz next. I see Fritz here and our sentence. Fritz has orange. All right. Sal's next. Sal has blue. Then we're to Cass. Cass has green. Next is Lily. Lily has purple. And the last one's Icky. Icky has brown. And then, since we already have our crayons out, we're going to finish this book today with these 2 pages. And the last parts of the book we're not going to get to. Well, maybe that last page, but this page we can do next because we need our crayons. So what we have to do is every space that you see with a letter in it, that's going to tell you what color you need to color it. So the wheel space here has the letter H, the capital H. So you look down at your paint colors down here and you find the lowercase h. The lowercase h is brown. That means the uppercase H is also brown. And this will be your code for coloring in this picture. So this space here has an uppercase B. So you would look down here for a lowercase b. And here I see a lowercase b. Remember, start with a C to make a D. So is this a D? Nope, that's a B. So B, lowercase b, goes with uppercase B. So that means you would color that part of the rainbow red. And then you'd look for lowercase g, and that part of the rainbow is going to be orange. So you can finish up this page. It's just a coloring matching uppercase and lowercase letters. And then your bus will be beautifully decorated for the Super Kids Club. And actually, I think you could probably tackle this one as well because it's a matching page. What you need to do is cut out the pictures of all of the Super Kids and the flag, and then you're going to glue them down into the spaces where we see the Super Kids letter. So Cass would go you would cut out Cass's picture, and Cass would go in the window with the letter C. If you forget any of the super, oh, it's not on the back of the page there. Let's see, is there a space? No. I think I'll do this, and then I'll give you something you can check. Okay, so I cut out my pieces already, and the words at the top say, "At last, the big bus is the Super Kids Club." So what you need to do is your child can, if you're working with your child, have them say who this super kid is. So this would be Doc, and that way together you can make sure that it's going in to the right, on top of the right letter. For moms and dads, this might be a little harder to check just because you might not know the super kids' names, but by now you also might. So this one is Sal. I think all the kindergartners can pretty much tell you who all the super kids are, and then together you can work on finding that beginning sound. Cass, Lily, and then you can glue these into place so they stay. Edabetta, Tick, Tack, and Tock. Golly, Oswald, Alf, Icky, Hot Rod. This flag says us, us, and Fritz. So you have a lot of pages today, but a lot of the work is just cutting, coloring, gluing, and the kids can probably handle that almost on their own. And then next week, we will start a new book and a new letter. See you then.